Hello, my name is Jeremy Litwicki. I'm the founder of LATT SEO, and I work with e-commerce brands to help them generate more results and more exposure from search engine optimization or from their organic search results. And what I'm doing in this video here is looking at Made in Cookware and doing an SEO audit on their site, mainly from a technical and an SEO perspective, to determine what can and should be done to help them rank better and get more traffic from search. So the first thing to look at here is this tool called Ahrefs. And I like this tool. There's so many different data points in here, but the two big ones to look at initially are referring domains. And a referring domain, if you're unfamiliar, is a unique instance of a different website on the internet linking to whatever site this is. So in this case, there are 2,700 other websites on the internet linking to madeincookware.com. Now, the other data point to look at is DR, or domain rating. And this is on a 0 to 100 scale, and essentially lets us know how strong or how authoritative a site is in general on the internet. And DR is a logarithmic scale, it's not linear. So the DR of 70 is actually relatively strong in the grand scheme of the internet. Now, the other thing to look at then would be organic traffic, just to see trending, what's going on. And this chart here at the bottom, or the middle of the screen here, shows what's going on from that perspective. And you can see the blue line is referring domains and the orange line is organic traffic. So in general, over time, they've been moving up and to the right, which is a good trend, of course. So next things to look at then would be keywords, to see what's going on from a keyword perspective, what keywords are they ranking for, and what keywords have search volume that we can target. So this search here shows all the organic keywords their site is ranking for in Google. You could see 81,696 different keywords, and I have this sorted already by search volume per month. Now, this data in and of itself is great, but to filter through 81,000 plus results would be crazy. So what I like to do is to look a little bit at the URL structure here to see what kinds of content they have ranking. It looks like they have some product pages, some collection pages, some blog pages or blog posts. Now, from a product perspective, I like to do a filter to remove blog posts from this search here, because I want to look initially at products and see what we can do from that perspective, because blog content is great at driving traffic and also working at more top of funnel type content. But in general, if we're looking to generate results from a conversion perspective, most times we should focus on collections and product pages. So if we look at removing any URL that does not contain the word blog, this should filter this down quite a bit. Gives us now 31,483 keywords to look at. Now, next thing to look at then would be what keywords and phrases are we already in the near the top for that we can really focus on. Because something like, so we have also recipes, I could filter those out too. So if we do blog and recipe, so we filtered down now to under 28,000. So even still, that's a crazy list to sort through. So if we look at the top ranking keywords that we already have, and we go to position 2 through 20. Now the reason for that is if we're position 1, there's probably not anything that needs to be done on that page immediately because we're already ranking for it and we're ranking at the top. But if we're anywhere from 2 to 20, we are in the competition, and in some cases, not much work is needed to move up from position 18 to get onto page 1, for example. Again, depending on competition, keyword, search volume, all those types of things. But if we do this search to get to see all the keywords that this site is ranking between position 2 and 20, now we have a list of 4,589 different keywords, again, sorted by search volume here, and we can start to look at and get some opportunities as to what we can really get some results for. So first one I'm seeing here is stainless steel cookware, 27,000 searches per month. And just as a quick side note, if we look at stainless steel cookware key phrase here, we can view all keywords related to stainless steel cookware, and the search volume for any keyword containing stainless steel cookware, 124,000 per month, and there's actually 4,177 keyword opportunities there. And some of these include best or sets or set or all clad. And again, at the left side here, you can see all of the different categories here. So big opportunity for search volume from just this key phrase. Now, if we go back here, what I want to do is look at, looks like this site is ranking at number 10. And if we look at the search results, we can see who else is ranking and what's going on. So first thing I like to do is just in general look at the sites and see who is ranking and what kind of general optimization they have on their site. So we have Calphalon stainless steel pots, we have All Clad stainless steel, heritage steel cookware, stainless steel cookware on Amazon, Farber stainless steel, Reddit stainless steel, All Clad stainless steel, and then we have Made in Cookware stainless clad. So the other thing to look at then would be domain rating, just to give us an idea. If we are DR70, does it make sense for us to be able to compete at the top of page 1 for this key phrase? So we have Calphalon 60, All Clad 63, Heritage Steel 31, Amazon 96, 47, 95. So yes, we absolutely could, because at number 4 here, there is a DR31. So we are way stronger than them from this perspective. Now, next thing to look at then, are there any massive gaps from a linking perspective? So we look at this column here, domains, and you see Calphalon 23, All Clad 12, Heritage Steel 17, and this site here, Made in Cookware, has 28. So this site here actually has more backlinks or more referring domains to this page than any of the top 3 results here. So there's something else going on from a rankings perspective that is preventing this site from, or this page, from ranking well for that key phrase, stainless steel cookware. Now, one of the first things I'm seeing here is the key phrase is stainless steel cookware. The optimization on Made In is for stainless clad. So those are 2 different key phrases from Google's perspective, and it's going to be much more difficult to rank if your page is not optimized well for the key phrase you're attempting to rank for. Now, as we scroll down here, the other thing I like to see is some additional content on this page from or for Google to understand and see and read and index what this page is about and give some more information about the topic. So that would be one recommendation from a content perspective, and I'll get to some additional details on that in a second as well. So again, stainless clad, it looks like if we do a quick inspection here just to see if this is an H1 or an H2, looks like this is an H1. So the quick way to test that is in the inspection here, you can see in the code, it's a little bit small on the screen, you can see H1 there, or as I hover over the text here, you can see H1 at the top there as well. So that is an H1. That is good, because generally you want to have the primary topic of the page set as an H1. Now, let's look at the content from an optimization perspective. And to do that, I like to use this tool called Surfer SEO here. And essentially what I do is I put the key phrase in here, stainless steel cookware, put the URL in that we want to rank for this key phrase. And what this does is looks at the top ranking sites and looks at a number of different optimization factors that are in place on these sites and gives us an expected range for what we need to do on our site, or this site, for example. I'm not associated with Made in Cookware, I'm just doing this, and gives us an idea as to what should be done to better optimize and attempt to rank for this key phrase. So if we look here, one of the first things is true density, which is content density or keyword density. And we can see for the key phrase stainless steel cookware, it's expected or suggested that we would have that key phrase on the page 2 to 7 times, and this page has it exactly 0 times. Stainless steel pans, it's suggested once, 0 times. Stainless steel, it's suggested to have that phrase 3 to 8 times, and we have it 1 time on the page here, and so on, you can see. And some of these don't make sense, like first order or free shipping on orders. Those things are probably not something that we would optimize that page for necessarily, even if that content is on there. Now, other things to look at then would be content. So we can see Calphalon has over 2,200 words of content, All Clad with 500 or almost 600, Heritage Steel 221, and then Farberware Cookware has 1,400 words, and Made in Cookware page here has 349. So to get into that expected range, you can see the range here. It recommends adding about 500 to 2,200 different words of content into the body. And again, I always take these elements with a grain of salt here as well, because you have Amazon skews the data set a little bit, and sometimes you'll have a site with 10,000 words of content that'll really skew the data. So again, getting more content on here though allows and makes it easier for us to get some of these other key phrases into the content and make it so that it's readable and makes sense if a human were to read it, because at the end of the day, a human is making that buying decision, not a search engine. And then again, back to the first part here with keyword density, add 2 to 7 exact keywords in the body. And you can see here, Calphalon has stainless steel, what's the keyword? Stainless steel cookware. So Kaufland has that key phrase in there 6 times on the page. All Clad twice, Farber has it 3 times, and Made in here has it 0. So it's going to be extremely difficult to rank for a key phrase if you don't have that key phrase on your site. Same thing here, add the keyword in H1. If we look, looks like Kaufland has that exact H1, Farber has that exact H1. Keyword in the title, All Clad and Farber have the exact key phrase in the title, and so on. I think you start to understand the point here. And then increase the length of the title. So you can see here, Kaufland, the expected range for a title in terms of character length is 55 to 70 characters, and Kaufland has 54, All Clad 55, Farber 65. So they are all very close to or in that expected range. And Maiden's page here is just stainless clad. So an opportunity to optimize this for the key phrase better would even, the most minor update would just be to have stainless clad dash stainless steel cookware, something like that. And I'd be surprised if the page did not increase in ranking just from doing that. So that would be a very quick opportunity and quick win. Now, other thing to look at then, just wanted to give one more data point here, is if we go back to the key phrases here and we look at, I believe it was chef knives. So if we look at chef knives here, and we look at the results here, so Made in Cookware ranks 18 for knives, and if we go back to their site, so this, interestingly enough, this page is the page that ranks. It's probably because this page is the strongest knife optimized page on the site. But if we look at their knife section, they actually have a collection for chef knives. And to optimize this page better, again, the recommendation would be similar, to add more content at the bottom here to explain chef knives, who they're for, why you'd want them, the benefits of them, why these knives are the best chef knives, things like that. And again, I would be surprised if this page didn't improve rankings as well. So that is basically a quick look at what goes into an SEO audit from just a very high level perspective. Part of the other process we go through would be to look at this on a collection by collection basis, page by page basis, and see what else needs to be done and what else could or should be cleaned up to help get more traffic. So hopefully this was helpful, and that's it. See you on the next one.